In Game 2 of our series between Notre Dame and Clemson, there was glove being flashed all over the place. Jake Johnson robbed a home run. Cole Daly for Notre Dame robbing a single. Jordan Green for the Tigers climbing the ladder. He had it working in the field, and there was some clutch hitting as well. Pender's sacrifice fly in inning number 5, snapping a 5-all tie and pushing Clemson on to a 6-5 victory. Then some bad weather came overnight, but the grounds crew here at Doug Kingsmore Stadium doing their usual good work to have things ready for today's Game 3 as the Tigers go for the sweep against the Irish. We welcome you into our ACC Network Extra telecast of ACC Baseball. Today, Game 3 of this season opening in conference play series between the Clemson Tigers and Notre Dame Fighting Irish. The Tigers coming in red hot. They've won 10 of their past 11. Notre Dame scuffling so far, and Clemson going for a conference opening sweep in today's ball game. Well, it is a chilly day with overcast skies, but we are ready for baseball at Doug Kingsmore Stadium. Here's the lineup that Mick Aoki, the head coach of Notre Dame, will send out there. Jake Johnson back in that leadoff slot. He's in left field. Kaya Fiala, the third baseman, bats second. Nick Podkula had a good game yesterday. Hits in the 3-hole at second base. Matt Vierling, the center fielder, hits cleanup. Daniel Jung, the young first baseman, moved up to the 5th slot once again. Connor Power, the DH today. Cole Daly at shortstop. Jake Shepsky back in right field. He has been struggling mightily. And Ryan Lidge, who sat for most of the game yesterday, back behind the plate for the Fighting Irish. Defensively, the Tigers, Seth Peer, Chase Pender, and Weston Jackson from left to right in the outfield. Grayson Bird in at third base today. Logan Davidson, Jordan Green back at second, Andrew Cox at first, and Chris Williams back behind the plate. Alex Eubanks on the hill, getting another start in the early part of this 2017 campaign. And we welcome you in, along with Marty Clary, Pete Hannity with you. And well, let's face it, Marty, it's been a Tiger team that has relied so far in this series, and quite frankly over the past 10 games, on the timely hitting and decent pitching. Now, not necessarily from the starting standpoint yesterday. Pat Krall, Notre Dame got to him in the middle innings, but boy, Brooks Crawford coming on, doing a great job yesterday to close it out, the final 4 1/3 to get to 3-0 in the season for him. But you like it when lots of different pieces are working, not necessarily the same pieces game in and game out.
It's the only way to really be successful in a tough ACC schedule. You got to have everybody contributing, not always at the same game, but at periods of the season. So it was, I think, a great performance for Crawford, and I think Clemson did just enough to take advantage of multiple walks by Notre Dame.
Tiger team trying to get its first conference opening sweep since back in 2014 when they took 3 from Virginia Tech to open up ACC play. And, well, today, obviously, you get out of the gate 3-0. Last year, they went 16-14 in league play, so they would be ahead of that pace, even though they started with a nice series against Wake Forest last season when they took 2 out of 3. You see our umpires behind the plate, Gary Swanson. Steve Sanders moves to first, Barry Chambers at second, and Greg Street is our third base umpire for the ball game today. So Monty Lee and the Tigers, again, looking to extend the winning streak right now. They've won 5 in a row, trying to get a 12th win on the season, get to 3-0 in the league, and get to 9-3 at home. And during this series, the second-year Tigers head coach has gotten to 330 wins in his career. Fine career that it's been, previously at the College of Charleston, and now with the Tigers, the reigning ACC tournament champs. And here they come, taking the field in their Sunday whites. Some juggling in the lineup we'll talk about for Clemson a little bit later on, but right now Notre Dame is going to try to beat a Clemson team as hot as anyone in the land. And Mick Aoki, year number 7, not getting off to a great start for him. For your major league career, you were a Northwestern Wildcat, so again, very similar profile in terms of what you have to deal with the elements, as Notre Dame has in South Bend. Off-speed pitch and a swing and a miss. And Eubanks, we noted he struck out 9 Irish a year ago, and he gets his first strikeout of this ball game to close out the top half of the first inning. Came in that 4-run first inning, and this one through the left side, a base hit. Jolly will be waved. He'll come around, and Chris Williams missed the first half-dozen games or so coming off that hand injury, but he's been mighty productive since he's returned. Gets his RBI total now up to 6 in limited opportunities. Former catchers, as well as some of the really good managers. Left center field, Johnson has a beat on it, deep enough though for Pender to tag, and he'll come home with the second run of the ball game and a sacrifice fly for Jolly. A long at bat, a productive at bat. He gets his 3rd RBI of the year, and the Tigers take an early 2-0 lead.
He needs to just drum up for fastballs only.
Oh, gets away. Here comes the runner from third, and he'll score. And just like that, the Tigers do get Cox home from third. Maybe not how they thought it would happen. Down to second goes Jackson, and what do you know? Yet another wild pitch in this series, and it leads to a run being scored. Obviously, Bass would love to keep that runner stranded right there. Jung going to come home. The tag, and safe. And a great job by Weston Jackson to get around Lidge, the catcher, for the fourth run of the game and a 4-0 Clemson lead. Just himself in that midweek role as the first option. 2-2 pitch in the air to left. Beer is there. He'll squeeze it, and that will do it. And the Clemson Tigers with a shutout to close out the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and get the sweep of this weekend series with the 4-0 win. And well, the big story in the ball game, another fine start by Alex Eubanks as the third-year sophomore gets the 2-1 on the year with the victory. 7 impressive innings. He kept Notre Dame off balance. He was able to rack up a nice strikeout total in the ball game. He had 7 of those, now 16 in his 2 starts against the Irish going back to last year. And the Tigers, as they have done at various points this year, were able to jump on the opposing starter and just get a little bit of something going early. They built the lead and they worked with it from there. Yeah,
I think if you had have said, man, we'll get a sweep and Seth Beer won't have anything really fantastic in that series, you would say, I don't know if that's possible. But the Tigers really filled the lineup well. They did all the things they needed to do, and Eubanks was in command from the get-go today.
So Eubanks, the winner, goes to 2-1. Bass, the loser, falls to 1-2. Tigers now 12-3 on the year, 3-0 in the ACC. As always, my friend, a real pleasure working alongside this weekend. And on behalf of Marty Clary, Pete Ganady saying so long. This has been a presentation of ESPN.